Good morning. I'm Cheryl Whalen, your Kansas Bar Association president. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 KBA annual meeting. While I am disappointed that I'm not greeting you in person, I am thankful that you made time to join us virtually today. We fully intended to meet in person this year, but COVID had different plans for us. I'm very proud of how the KBA has weathered the COVID storm and continues to work to support your success. The KBA's virtual CLE programs have continued to be very popular during this time, but we are looking forward to some upcoming in-person CLEs, starting with the Plaza Lights Institute CLE in December. As another Kansas legislative session approaches, I am reminded that the KBA's legislative program is unique. The KBA employs a full-time governmental affairs director, and the volunteer legislative committee is very active. Many of the bills supported by the KBA begin with a member's proposal. I encourage you to reach out to the KBA or the members of the legislative committee if you have a proposal for the upcoming session. The KBA continues to provide member services and develop new membership benefits, but this is where we need your assistance. The KBA just launched the Kansas Attorney Survey. Whether you are a KBA member or not, we want your feedback on the KBA services for attorneys and value to the legal community. What do we do well? What can we do better? What services and benefits do you want? To our KBA members, thank you for your membership. For those who are not KBA members, thank you for attending our annual meeting and please consider joining. The time to renew your membership or join starts next month. So, back to the annual meeting. Regardless of the format of today's meeting, the KBA CLE committee planned a program with engaging and high-quality presentations you have come to expect from the KBA. The CLEs are relevant to all attorneys regardless of practice area. Thank you to the members of the CLE committee and KBA staff for their work in planning this annual meeting. We also are pleased to present a special message from Kansas Supreme Court Chief Justice Marla Lukert during today's program. You will also see videos throughout today's programming recognizing our distinguished KBA Award winners. Please take the time to learn more about these individuals. The award recipients are distinguished and impressive, and we are pleased to recognize them for their contributions and service to the legal profession and the people of Kansas. Again, welcome to the KBA's 2021 annual meeting. And remember, the KBA supports your success.
KBA is pleased to recognize 6 Kansans for their service to the bar and the public with Outstanding Service Awards. This award recognizes lawyers and judges for service to the legal profession or the KBA and non-lawyers for especially meritorious deeds or service that significantly advance the administration of justice or the goals of the legal profession or the KBA. Chief Judge Karen Arnoldberger is a graduate of the University of Kansas School of Law. She was appointed to the Kansas Court of Appeals in 2011 by Governor Mark Parkinson and was appointed Chief Judge in 2017. Prior to that, she served as Assistant United States Attorney for the District of Kansas and presiding municipal judge for the City of Overland Park. Throughout her career, she has presented countless programs to judges, lawyers, and community groups across the state and country on a wide range of topics. In 2018, Judge Karen Arnoldberger was appointed chair of the newly established Pretrial Justice Task Force. The task force was charged with examining pretrial practices for criminal defendants and exploring alternative methods of pretrial detention. The group was further charged to develop best practice models and training for any task force recommendations. Chief Judge Arnoldberger not only coordinated the efforts that got this monumental task completed in 2020, but also continued to lead the Kansas Court of Appeals during the pandemic. It is for these reasons and more that she is deserving of this award. Danielle Hall serves as the Executive Director of the Kansas Lawyers Assistance Program. In addition to overseeing the daily operations, she administers a variety of programs for lawyers and law students who need assistance due to a mental health condition or substance abuse, and has expanded services to include resources and training in the areas of law practice management. Prior to her appointment in 2019, Danielle served as a Deputy Disciplinary Administrator for the state of Kansas, where she investigated and prosecuted disciplinary cases before the Kansas Supreme Court and served as a coordinator for the Attorney Diversion Program. Danielle regularly teaches continuing legal education on many topics, including lawyer well-being, ethics, law practice management, and technology use in the law practice. She currently serves on numerous committees throughout the state and as an executive officer for many groups, including the Women Attorneys Association of Topeka. Few members of the legal community have demonstrated the consistent and ongoing commitment to advancing the goals of the legal profession as Danielle. Danielle shared these personal remarks. I am honored to receive an Outstanding Service Award from the Kansas Bar Association, knowing that so many of my colleagues in Kansas do so many outstanding and amazing things every single day. It is an even greater honor to be placed in such distinguished ranks as those of current and past honorees, all of whom have made important contributions to the profession in Kansas. I would like to extend a special thank you to the Women Attorneys Association of Topeka and Kansas Bar Association CLE Committee for nominating me for such a high honor. Meredith Hogan is a dedicated and active member of the KBA. Currently, she serves as chair of the Diversity Committee, has been a representative to the Kansas Bar Foundation Scholarship Committee, and was a prior member of the Young Lawyer section. Meredith has written numerous articles for the Kansas Bar Journal and was Diversity Corner Article Coordinator prior to her accepting the role as Diversity Committee Chair. Meredith has presented a variety of notable CLE programs, including those focused on important issues of human trafficking. She is an Equal Justice Works Fellow and is hosted by Legal Aid of Western Missouri in Kansas City, where she works on the Crime Victims Justice Corps. Meredith devotes her career to human trafficking survivors, including educating the legal profession and the public on these troubling matters. Her years of service to the KBA and dedication to increasing diversity in the bar is worthy of recognition. Denise Kilwein started with the Office of Judicial Administration in 1982 after she received her master's degree in judicial administration from the University of Denver. Initially, she worked as a research assistant before advancing to Director of Judicial Education in 1988. Denise worked with the Supreme Court Education Committees to plan education and training programs for Kansas judges and court managers. She retired in March of 2021 after 39 outstanding years of service. In recognizing Denise's valuable contribution as Director of Education, Chief Justice Marla Lukert described Denise as an ambassador for the Kansas Judicial Branch. Denise was often the public face of the court, whether welcoming new judges to the bench, inviting speakers to present at a conference, or meeting with mayors and community leaders when planning a Supreme Court on the Road program. Her dedication significantly advanced the goals of the legal profession through continuing legal education and training of judges. Denise shared these personal remarks. I enjoyed working with the KBA executive directors and staff during my time with the Supreme Court. Together, we planned some wonderful joint activities. Diane Sorensen is a shareholder at Morris, Lang, Evans, Brock, and Kennedy in Wichita, where she has been practicing law since 1988 after a federal clerkship with Judge Patrick F. Kelly. Her practice focuses on employment law, both plaintiff and defense work, Title IX litigation, and alternative dispute resolution. She is on the approved list of mediators for the United States District Court for the District of Kansas, was recently inducted into the National Academy of Distinguished Neutrals, and is a panel member of the American Arbitration Association's Employment Law Panel. She is a past chair of the Kansas Bar Journal Board of Editors, an editor of the Kansas Annual Survey, and the chairperson of the Kansas Judicial Conduct Commission. Diane has frequently contributed to the profession by sharing her knowledge and experience via numerous CLE programs, trainings, and journal articles. She consistently volunteers to share her perspectives and contribute to KBA continuing legal education programs as a highly rated presenter. Diane shared these personal remarks. I am so proud to be part of the legal profession. I work with amazing, creative, and talented lawyers every day. I am happy to give back to this great profession. in the ways that I am able through writing, editing, and teaching. Receiving this award is a true honor. Thank you. Gaybbetts was nominated for this award based on her commitment to the legal profession. Through her volunteer service, Gay has worked countless hours to advance the administration of justice. She has been a member of the Kansas Bar Association since 1987, serving on the nominating committee from 2003 to the present, and as president of the Employment Law Section in 2004. During her KBA membership, Gay has been a valued and frequent CLE presenter. Since 1987, Gay has also been a member of the American Bar Association, the Kansas Women Attorneys Association, and the Wichita Bar Association, working on numerous committees in these organizations. She's been a longtime member of the Wichita Women Attorneys Association as well. In 2014, Kansas Supreme Court Chief Justice Lawton Nuss appointed Gay to the Kansas Board for Discipline of Attorneys. In 2018, she was reappointed for a second 4-year term. Gay has dedicated her career to workplace fairness issues. She has tried more than 40 civil cases to verdict, has represented parties in administrative proceedings, and has represented both employees and employers in commercial arbitration. Thanks to these outstanding award winners for their steadfast service to justice and the legal profession in Kansas. The KBA is delighted to present the 2021 award recipients who personify the principles of the association. Chief Justice Marla Lukert is receiving the KBA's most prestigious award, the Phil Lewis Medal of Distinction. This award is reserved for individuals or organizations in Kansas who have performed outstanding and conspicuous service at the state, national, or international level in the administration of justice, science, the arts, government, philosophy, law, or any other field offering relief or enrichment to others. Chief Justice Marla Lukert has served on the Kansas Supreme Court since 2003 and as Chief Justice since the end of 2019. She was the second woman ever appointed to the court and is the second woman to serve as Chief Justice. She is currently on the board of the Conference of Chief Justices, an organization composed of the highest judicial officers across the country. She is past president of the state, local, a variety of specialty and judges associations, including the Sam A. Crow Inn of Court. The KBA and KBF have recognized her with esteemed accolades of service. She has also received awards for distinguished service, professionalism, and other achievements from Washburn University, Washburn University School of Law, local and specialty bar associations, and many community organizations. She has mentored numerous students, young lawyers, and even colleagues on the bench. Additionally, she showed tremendous courage over the past year in guiding the Kansas judicial branch through the COVID-19 pandemic. Under her guidance, Kansas has become a leader, proving a shining example for other states as they work through the same challenges. Chief Justice Lukert has served her profession with compassion, grace, and unparalleled professionalism. Her service to the legal profession truly embodies a person of distinction. Chief Justice Lukert shared the following remarks. I'm extremely honored to receive the Phil Lewis Medal of Distinction, and I'm humbled to join the list of past recipients, many of whom supported and encouraged me during my professional journey. I am deeply grateful for the support the Kansas Bar Association and its members have provided to me, the legal profession, and the Kansas Judicial Branch as we work together to improve our profession and the Kansas Judicial Branch and to ensure all Kansans have access to justice and an independent, fair, and impartial judiciary. Thank you, Chief Justice Lukert, for your many years of exemplary service. Professor Linda Henry Elrod is receiving the Distinguished Service Award. This award acknowledges an individual for continuous, long-standing service on behalf of the legal profession or the public, rather than the successful accomplishment of a single task or service. Linda Cricket Henry Elrod is the Richard S. Ryder Distinguished Professor of Law and Director of the Washburn University School of Law, Children and Family Law Center. In 1983, she authored the first 2-volume Kansas Family Law Handbook. She was founder and the first chair of the Family Law section of the Kansas Bar Association. Professor Elrod was appointed to the Governor's Commission on Child Support from 1984 to 1987, was Secretary of the KBA from 1986 to 1987, was the first woman president of the Topeka Bar Association in 1986, and has been inducted into the Child Support Enforcement Hall of Fame. She is past chair of the American Bar Association Family Law Section, was on council from 1988 to 2016, and served as editor-in-chief of the Family Law Quarterly for 24 years. She serves on the U.S. State Department's Advisory Committee on Private International Law and was an official observer to the Hague Conference in 2007. She was the Uniform Law Commission reporter for the Child Abduction Prevention Act and the Family Law Arbitration Act, and is currently the reporter for the Joint Editorial Board on Uniform Family Laws. She was a Supreme Court certified domestic mediator from 1999 to 2020 and was a Fulbright Senior Specialist in Dublin in 2011. Her Kansas treatise is often cited by the Kansas Supreme Court and Court of Appeals. Her national treatise, Child Custody Practice and Procedure 2021, has been cited by courts across the country. Professor Elrod is not only a legal expert in the area of family law, but has provided continuous and distinguished service in this arena. Her significant contributions to the goals of the legal profession and the public have earned her this honor. S. Lucky DeFries is the KBA's choice for the Professionalism Award. The criteria for this award sums up Lucky's career very nicely. An individual who has practiced law for 10 or more years, who by his or her conduct, honesty, integrity, and courtesy best exemplifies, represents, and encourages other lawyers to follow the highest standards of the legal profession. He has practiced law in Kansas since 1978, has been active in state and national bar associations, and has been a giving colleague to his fellow lawyers. Lucky has been past president of 2 KBA sections, the Administrative Law Section and the Tax Section. He has recently volunteered to lead the 2021-2022 KBA Tax Law Section and has recruited an exceptional executive committee. He has also been a contributor to the KBA's Kansas Annual Survey of Law since 2006. Beyond the KBA, he has served in leadership roles on numerous local, state, and national committees or boards, including legal, collegiate, and community fronts. The quality of his work is shown by 2 things. He's been involved in many of the most significant tax cases in Kansas, and he's been listed in the best lawyers in America for tax representation since 1995. And those who know him really consider Lucky DeFries synonymous with professionalism. Chief Judge Patricia Mackey Dick is a commendable recipient selected for the Pillars of the Community Award. This award is available to a Kansas lawyer or judge and KBA member with a minimum 10 years of practice in a low-density population area of Kansas. Recipients will have had substantial practice in small or solo law firms or local government service. Chief Judge Mackey Dick has had a long and distinguished career as a district court judge in Kansas. She was first elected as a district court judge in 1988 and has served as chief judge of the Reno County District Court since 2007. She is a past president of the Kansas District Judges Association and serves on the Kansas Council of Chief Judges. She currently serves on the Kansas Judicial Council. She is also on the planning team for the 2022 Kansas Mental Health Summit and serves on the District Court Management Personnel Advisory Committee and the Juvenile Offender Child in Need of Care Advisory Committee to the Judicial Council. Judge Mackey Dick has served on both the Kansas Bar Foundation Board of Trustees and the Kansas Bar Association Board of Governors. She is a past recipient of the KBA Outstanding Service Award. She stands out as a pillar of her community through her high-impact role as a district court judge and her re-election to that role in public service through over 20 years. Her contributions to the law and the legal profession, her notable civic activities, and her beloved reputation in her community and with the bar make her a particularly deserving recipient of this award. Etta Walker is also a notable recipient of the Pillars of the Community Award. Etta is an attorney in Sharon Springs is heavily involved in her community. She's been president of the Wallace County Foundation and was part of Leadership Kansas 2019. Etta currently serves on the KBA Solo and Small Firm Section Executive Committee and the Kansas Women Attorneys Association Solo and Small Committee. She stays involved in many local, state, and national bar associations. This year, Etta wrote an article for the Diversity Corner of the January-February issue of the KBA Journal, focused on examining the lack of diversity and potential bias in legal communities in the state, particularly in western Kansas. She has long been advocating for diversity in the legal profession, along with diversity bias training in her area of the state. Since 2004, Etta has varied span of practice in western Kansas and eastern Colorado. She is a great mentor and advocate for women in the law and is actively working on pipeline issues for women in the law and law practice in rural areas. In her extra time, she also serves as a local judge for the high school debate and forensics. It is with great honor that we recognize Etta Walker for her leadership both inside and outside the bar. Retired Justice Carol A. Beyer is our selection for the Crystal Marquardt Trailblazer Award. This award is named in honor of Judge Crystal Marquardt, the first woman to serve as president of the Kansas Bar Association, by recognizing exceptional KBA members who break new ground, shatter glass ceilings, or pave new paths for others to follow. Justice Beyer is a native of Kansas City, Kansas. She received her Juris Doctor in 1985 from the University of Kansas and also holds an LLM from the University of Virginia. She clerked for Judge James K. Logan and worked as a staff attorney at the National Women's Law Center and as an associate at Arent Fox in Washington, D.C., before returning to Kansas and practicing for 12 years at Folsom in Wichita. She was a member of the Kansas Court of Appeals for more than 3 years and served on the Kansas Supreme Court for 17 years. Justice Beyer retired in September of 2020. Justice Beyer has been a trailblazer for women and has led the way with exceptional work and high ethical standards, coupled with service to her profession and her community. But more importantly, when Justice Beyer got across the river of success in the legal profession, she turned around and made sure there was a bridge to enable others to follow. Justice Beyer provided these personal comments. Judge Crystal Marquardt was a good friend and mentor of mine, and I am honored and humbled to be selected for the Kansas Bar Association Award created to recognize her pioneering leadership. In fact, were it not for Crystal's telephone call to me in fall of 1999, urging me to submit my name for consideration, I may never have ended up on the bench. Crystal's call typifies the boost that all of us can use in our lives and in our careers, and I'm happy that I have been in a position to provide help to young lawyers who have worked with and for me over the years. As Crystal made me better, so too have these young lawyers and my colleagues in our Kansas bar. I am grateful, grateful, grateful. Our warmest congratulations to each of these remarkable award recipients. The KBA is privileged to honor the following individuals who exemplify the attributes of the legal profession. Nancy M. Dickson is the worthy recipient of the Distinguished Government Service Award. This award recognizes a Kansas lawyer who has demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to government service. Before retiring in 2021, Nancy Dickson capped her career by serving as Judicial Administrator of the Kansas Judicial Branch for 10 years, following a legal career in corporate and private practice. As Judicial Administrator, she carried out the Kansas Supreme Court's directions for delivering a statewide court system with wide-ranging responsibilities. As a member of the National Conference of State Court Administrators, Nancy served on the Executive Committee of the National Judicial Opioid Task Force and was co-chair of the Language Access Advisory Committee, the Problem Solving Courts Committee, and the Civil and Criminal Justice Work Group. She earned her Juris Doctor from University of Kansas and is a certified Lean Six Sigma Black Belt. Nancy has made a lasting impact on the courts of Kansas and has left a legacy of professionalism and innovation to guide us in the future. During Nancy's 10 years of leadership as Judicial Administrator, she substantially strengthened Kansas' confidence in their system of justice. Nancy handled crisis after crisis with grace and the utmost professionalism. Her strong work ethic inspired those around her to accomplish more and to reach higher. Carl A. Folsom III's work merits the distinction of the Courageous Attorney Award. This award was created to recognize a lawyer who has displayed exceptional courage in the face of adversity, thus bringing credit to the legal profession. Before joining the federal defender system, Carl worked in private practice in Lawrence. He started his career doing appellate work for indigent clients at the Kansas Appellate Defender's Office. Today, Carl is a well-respected federal public defender who actively pursues justice within the courtroom and beyond. Carl also serves his community as an adjunct professor at KU Law School, teaching a trial advocacy section. As a mentor in the District of Kansas's Federal Defender Second Chair Program for new federal attorneys, and as president of the Judge Hugh Means American Inn of Court. Notably, Carl's practice has been recognized by Governor Kelly, who twice nominated him for the bench. Carl is known to advance nothing other than rigorously researched, uniquely argued, and holistically considered advocacy on behalf of his clients. Beyond the courtroom, Carl raises awareness of issues faced by his clients to offer perspective and dignity. He assists in providing a poverty simulation hosted across the state to bring awareness to the pervasive challenges facing both his clients and our communities. Carl provided the following remarks. I am honored to be included as a recipient of this distinguished award. I owe thanks to many, to my wife and family who are constantly supportive in so many ways, to Governor Laura Kelly for believing in me, to my office and the public defenders of Kansas, who serve as examples of everyday courage in the legal system, to my clients who put their faith in me and inspire me to fight for the rights of all, and to the broader legal community for all the support throughout this experience. Ad astra per aspera. Mitch E Bibikazer is bestowed the KBA's Outstanding Young Lawyer Award. This award recognizes the efforts of a KBA Young Lawyers Section member who has rendered meritorious service to the legal profession, the community, or the KBA. Mitch is an assistant federal public defender for the District of Kansas in Wichita. Previously, he was in private practice as an associate at Bath and Edmonds, PA, in Overland Park. He recently served as president of the KBA Young Lawyers Section and was involved in the mock trial program in various capacities for several years. He remains active in the Kansas Bar Foundation and the KBA Membership and Access to Justice Committees. Mitch is not a passive leader. He is an exemplar of the type of young lawyer the KBA can and will rely on in years to come to continue the KBA's history of excellence. Mitch has innovative ideas for generating membership and for providing services and benefits to members that reflect member needs and desires in a bar association. Mitch's exceptional work and dedication make him a deserving recipient of this award. Pablo Moes is this year's selection for the Diversity Award. This award recognizes an individual who has shown a continued commitment to diversity and has significantly advanced diversity by their conduct or by the development and implementation of diversity policies and strategic plans. Pablo is a Hispanic bilingual attorney with the Raybrine Brothers law firm who represents plaintiffs in catastrophic injury cases with an emphasis in cases involving semi-truck and commercial vehicles. Before representing plaintiffs, Pablo practiced law at a national defense firm where he handled complex personal injury, class action, and insurance cases. Pablo loves working with everyday people, so he decided to represent plaintiffs in his home state of Kansas and throughout the Midwest. He was recently recognized as a rising star by Super Lawyers for his work representing plaintiffs. Pablo remains active in his community and several Hispanic organizations in Kansas. He received his JD from the University of Kansas, where he was a member of the Law Review, champion of the school's moot court tournament, and won the top Trial Advocacy Award. Pablo is the pro bono coordinator for the KBA Young Lawyers Section. This year, he coordinated a pro bono project with Kansas Legal Services to assist Kansans with eviction proceedings during the pandemic. In addition to Pablo's service with pro bono projects, he is an active and engaged member of the YLS Executive Committee. Pablo is especially invested in the effort to expand KBA membership and involvement to rural areas of the state. He is enthusiastic about bringing people together and bridging gaps between them. Pablo's dedicated work makes him an exemplary recipient of this award. The Saline County Bar Association is our 2021 Pro Bono Award honoree. This award recognizes a lawyer or law firm for the delivery of direct legal services free of charge to the poor, or, in appropriate instances, to charitable organizations whose primary purpose is to provide other services to the poor. 2020 threw many wrinkles into pro bono plans. The Saline County Bar Association took that in stride. Rather than cancel an event scheduled in the height of the pandemic, they switched gears, rescheduled the event to the fall, and converted the event to a virtual expungement clinic. After months of planning, 15 attorneys took at least one case, and the project had over 100 applicants. In the end, over 100 expungements were done. The project was such a success that 70 cases were taken by the Salina KLS office. Karen Gale is being awarded a KBA Honorary membership. This honor is bestowed upon persons who have demonstrated lifelong dedication to the state's citizens, legal and judicial system, and the Bar Association. Though she is not an attorney, Karen has been an integral part of the Wichita Bar Association's bar shows for as long as anyone can remember. Karen has gone above and beyond, lending her talent and musical theater expertise to the Wichita Bar. Karen has also played an important role in the WBA Auxiliary. In recent years, Karen has worked to revitalize the group, expand its membership beyond the traditional female spouse-only model, and modernize the Auxiliary's mission. Karen is a remarkable person who is the epitome of warmth, professionalism, and encouragement. Karen shared that she has enjoyed getting to know more attorneys through the Wichita Bar Show and the WBA Auxiliary. The KBA Pro Bono Certificates are being awarded to the following: Catherine J. Kraft, Angela D. Gupta, Midavani Corporate Immigration Law Firm, Marvin R. Motley, Patrick R. Nichols, Robert B. Sullivan. Please take a moment to recognize these colleagues in their milestone years of service. It is with profound admiration that we pay tribute to the memories of these champions of justice. Congratulations to all of our KBA Award recipients on these honors.